hello everyone. Welcome back to our stream. I got the whatcha. Yes, the whatcha. So tonight we are debating whether or not sand is needed to breathe. My name is Nick.
What?
I don't think it's required. I think it's exactly the
I
opposite.
think it probably does not assist in your breathing.
It's mostly silicone-based, so not essential for life.
And there we go. I got us talking about a completely random subject. Hello, my name is Nick. and I play Droomstick. And he is wonderful. However, he likes to get into situations where the party gets angry at him because he gets into trouble and almost dies all the time.
Except that one time he did die.
Except that one time I did die. But whose fault was that?
Yours.
No, because I wasn't. I was the one who was actually behind. Fuck you. Whatever. Don't want to hear it.
Hold on. Because viewers cannot see this. The name of this video call chat is #BlameNick2020.
Yeah.
Yes, so
There
at
you go.
me. And you know who likes to at me? Jess. How about you take the stand?
Hi. I just heard an echo of myself. That is very disconcerting. My name is Jess. I am slumped very far down today. That will likely change in about 5 minutes when I get uncomfortable and move myself. But I play Blaze, our great Tabaxi Celestial Pact Warlock. I don't know what this voguing is right now, but I'm digging it. So we're just gonna go with it.
It's Tabaxi hand sign.
Yes.
It's how they conspire with each other without ever actually knowing what they're talking about.
Oh my god.
Exactly. Oh my god, Kevin, you get me. Holy shit. Honestly, I don't remember what happened last session, to be bluntly honest with you.
Okay. That's why I have a recap prepared.
Yeah.
I also
Wow,
don't
really?
remember.
The last thing I remember was the
Unsurprisingly,
skin.
Warren remembers.
And
Yeah.
I think leaving the skin behind is what I remember last. But I don't know.
Leaving the skin behind.
The skin.
Out of context,
The
that is
dreadful
really
skin.
concerning. Anyways, I'm gonna pass it off to Sky.
Hey. So I'm Sky. I play Lestara, our wood elf sorceress who always likes to be in the background, but is slowly trying to get into the foreground. So
The foreground.
that's it. That's it. You'll find me mostly eating on this channel, pretty much. I'll give it to Oliver now.
Yeah, okay. I am Oliver, and I play Warren Woodbrook. Human Inquisitive Rogue. Party leader by virtue of the fact that he's the only one that really is pointing everyone in a direction most of the time. Don't pretend that it's not true.
Warren Woodbrook, herder of cats.
Oh my god.
At least one cat, yes.
Yeah, a cat and a cow.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
Cake.
And currently, see, everyone else wanted to just abandon this town and leave the monsters or whatever to do whatever.
I mean,
I said
yeah,
no.
they're assholes.
That old Mick Woodbrook had a farm.
It will
Just
probably
leave the
work
cow
out better
there.
this way in the long run somehow. So let's turn it over to, I guess, Nick.
Oh, I already went, but we're
Kevin?
gonna go with
Yeah.
Kevin.
Did you go?
I will-
Okay.
okay, by the way,
Already
guys,
forgot.
talking about myself.
It's all
I
good.
completely tuned out for that, I guess.
I'm Kevin. I DM this game.
Valid.
I am not in charge. I maintain no control over what happens. I really just kind of set the scene and see what happens. I'm as surprised as everybody else by the end of a session. But Oliver, since you've prepared a recap, let's go with yours.
Right, okay. So a couple of sessions ago, we heard that this mine of this little town that hates us was haunted. So we descended into it, found some sort of drow priestess person thing with who really liked carving stuff into her skin. Not healthy. And other people's skin, apparently. That was the skin that she was victimizing.
Not
After
healthy.
after her defeating her demon, we attempted to take her back out of the cave. She summoned what she called her sons. We got in a fight with one of them. barely managed to take care of that and bring her back to the town, where we turned her over to the local authorities, let them know that we would be at their assistance because she promised that more of them were coming. So that's where we were, I believe.
Yeah, and my recap includes everything except the name of that damn town. I was looking for it, and I'm just gonna move on without it because it's a village on the coast. It's halfway between Waterdeep and Neverwinter on the coast. Wait, there we go. Mudflat, Slovator, Leilon. That's the name of the town.
Okay.
I'm gonna write
I was
that
gonna
down
say I don't
again.
remember it very
Important.
well, but
I've actually used an entire notebook for this game already, and I've moved into another section, so my notes are a little haphazard at this point. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. You guys went down into to explore the mines, figure out what was going on, and scaring off all the miners, and you found out it was being flayed alive. And when we last left off, you guys had fought one of the Dragoloths, one of her sons, and that left you guys a little bit bloody.
Yeah,
That was not an
It was
easy
mean,
fight
yeah.
for you.
yeah.
rare XD.
Now, when you got back to town, you had alerted the locals that you found out what the problem was, and it was, in fact, worse than you had originally thought. So they were going to call a council to figure out what to do next. And this council meeting they've got, which you're invited to, is going to have 3 main participants. There's a lot of people there, and you probably got 40 or 50 people in the town square having this conversation. But you've got the maester of the town, Maester Johann. You have the captain of the guard, Captain DeWalt.
What about Captain Ryobi? Wow. Okay. All right.
And a priest of Lathander, who just goes by the name Brion.
Oops.
Nick posting random into the chat again.
Yep.
So the Maester's kind of heading things. He's extremely concerned about this. There have not been problems with drow in the mines in centuries. The last time there was a drow problem local to here was when Menzo Branzen's army tried to inhabit Gauntlgrim, which is a nearby dwarven citadel that has nothing but a history of problem. It's probably been conquered and destroyed more often than any place in the world except Mithranor. So this is kind of a surprise to them that there's a current problem. Warren, why don't you begin by... he's going to ask you to come up and explain exactly what you found, and he's going to want your suggestions on what they should do.
Okay. Well, I'm going to rather awkwardly, because I'm not used to really attending something this official, I guess. It's gonna stand up in front of everyone, say, well, it's pretty much as I explained it to the captain of the guard. We were asked by some of the local authorities to check out the mine because the miners won't work. And we found the drow down there. when she attempted to flee deeper into the mine, we apprehended her, brought her back. She made threats basically the whole way back, and apparently can back them up as that creature, whatever it was, caught up with us at the entrance of the mine. Now, we did finish that one off, but we have every reason to believe that there are several more on the way. As for what we should do, well, we brought her back to you because it's your town and we didn't want to make any decisions for you. But I don't think letting her go is going to be a healthy option. So I think we have to ready ourselves for a defense against whatever these things are going to be and however many of them there are.
Captain DeWalt speaks up on this, and he's an older guy, a veteran for years, and he's is one of those old warriors that looks like he hasn't known any other job in his life except soldier. So how do we defend against these night demons?
Well, are there any other exits from the mine besides that one there at the mining camp?
That's the main entrance, but there's at least another 5 or 10 air shafts or other tunnels that would be large enough for a man to crawl through. And then the lower reaches obviously open up into the Underdark, which could come up any number of other places.
Right. Okay. Well, I would imagine the best defense would be to funnel anything coming out in as few directions as possible. I don't know the logistics of how you would manage that, so I'm afraid I have to defer to you on that. If that's not possible, I guess we pull back as far away from all those exits as we can, and we know they're coming for the drow. So we instead focus our defense on her.
Are you suggesting we use her as bait?
It's a little bit crude, but we know that that's who they're coming for. At least she's said as much. So if we don't know where else these things are going to show up, we know they're going to show up around her.
Broomstick, Lestara, and Blaze, do you have any input on this?
Yeah, she was kind of heavy, but I could handle carrying her out of the cave.
She was heavy.
Oh, I mean, I'm trying to find a way to insult her without calling her fat.
Yeah, she was not even remotely
Oh,
heavy.
You're right, though.
especially not compared to a fucking minotaur.
I know, yeah.
Like what? The fuck are you on?
Basically, I'll just say, what he says is the truth. She was down there doing some bad magic stuff, and before we knew it, there was some moving flesh. It was disgusting, and 10 out of 10 would not want to deal with that again.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, same.
Not recommend
Using
that.
her as bait, though, sounds like a good idea. Seems like the only real option if we're actually going to deal with this shit.
Yep.
Deal with her children.
To that part in the conversation, one of the guards that watches the edge of the town yells out a warning that riders on the horizon. There's a group of about 20 cavalry soldiers riding hard from the north towards Leyland. And they're flying the banner of Neverwinter.
You know those guys, I hope?
Maester Johann is like, I believe so. When they get close enough, Warren, you might recognize him, the man leading this group of knights. It's the Galt Neverember.
Was that the son or the father?
Father.
Okay.
I'm not
That's
sure if
not
you
good.
ever met him personally, but you'd recognize his appearance and flying that banner, the colors he's wearing.
Right. I
Now,
wonder how pissed he's going to be at us.
He's an older man. He's an older man, approaching 70 years old, but is still got a lot of drive in him. When the knights arrive, he dismounts quickly and greets the maester. You know, just is and you can't really hear what they're saying, but you know, like they're shaking hands and all but bro hugging right there.
Okay.
When the two of them come back to the meeting, like all of the random guys standing around are excited by DeGault showing up. If you recall, they had a great opinion of this guy. He helped their town out a lot financially over the years. And then he arrives and looks at the four of you. These are the heroes of Water.
Yup.
I mean, they were. My name's Tom. He's Dick. I don't know where Harry is. The heroes, they got in a fight in the inn. I don't know where they are.
They could be in the
You
the
mean
mines.
you got in a fight in the inn?
No, Warren got in a fight in the inn. I'm Tom, I think, or was it Harry? I don't know. One of them.
I'm Tom. My name is Quiche.
You are a
Would you like
terrible
to
liar
attempt
for a
to
rogue.
roll deception, or are you just going to go with that poor veneer of a lie?
No rolls necessary. I think.
Okay. He does a lot of looking down his nose at you because he's a very tall man. He's a little over 6 feet. He's looking down at everybody except Drumstick.
Yes.
It seems that wherever you go, problems arise.
Well, it would appear that way.
It's not our
my
fault
good
that
lord.
we keep finding the problems.
Yes.
Yeah, we just kind of managed to dig them up. They're already there. We just.
I do believe that this problem predates our arrival. In this case, at the very least.
Yeah. Considering people were being skinned before we got here.
That's why I arrived. I heard of Leland in distress and decided to
A little late.
lend aid.
It took you long enough.
Yeah, a little late.
If his glare was magic missiles, you'd be taking damage right now.
Good.
Good. Yeah,
Fucking fight me.
Kill me,
I'm
bro.
going to step up, and I'm just going to clear my throat and say, all right, we should start over. My good Lord Neverember. These two have only just arrived in what we shall call civilization recently. One of them is from some faraway jungle, and the other one is from wherever these minotaurs come from. You know how... I'm sure you've met minotaurs before. What can you do with them?
I have one of their heads mounted on my wall.
Oh, jeez!
So there you go. You know how bullheaded they can be, quite literally.
I'm just gonna pat
Don't-
Drumstick on the back saying it's okay.
Whatever. It was probably some loser who I didn't like anyways.
Now,
It's probably
so-
Craig.
I will apologize in advance for their behavior. As I said, they act as they will. They are not city folk.
Bitch, please. I
You
am very...
are the one who started the argument in the inn when the rest of us were just like, stop.
Yeah.
I did not start the argument, actually. I was being completely genuine in my adoration of the inn.
Meanwhile,
We
I
had-
said absolutely nothing. Like, little ring around my head. No, I
We
was a
had
good
been
child.
on the road for days. I was glad to be back in an old-fashioned inn, and apparently we were not well liked in this area due to actions that we had taken in the city of Waterdeep.
Was it because I tried to seduce that creature on the way in?
Don't tell them about that.
Okay.
Um, whatever bad blood you might hold for us, know with honesty that the service we took for the city of Waterdeep in recovering the lost money was not done with any ill intention towards you. It was done as a service to the city, and if you have anything anything to take up, it should be with the city. We have nothing against you personally.
Roll persuasion.
Okay. I am going to use my inspiration that I've had for this because I always fail these. And I've
Okay.
been holding on to this inspiration for a while.
Quite a while.
Been looking for an opportunity. Okay. So that is uh-oh. Okay, now I also got a D&D Beyond Error just now, but I do remember I have a +6 in
You
persuasion.
do.
So that's a 22.
Uh-oh.
Okay. He kind of pauses for a moment to let that sink in. And he looks out over the crowd. I believe in the interest of efficiency, we can table that to later.
Agreed.
No, Stara, you've been quiet, which is your thing. But
Yeah,
how
we're just
far
typical.
into the background have you disappeared? Have you wandered off, or are you still there?
No, I'm still in earshot, but I'm
Oh
kind of
yeah,
just
you're not.
looking
Okay, so you're not that far
around.
away.
Yeah, not that far away.
There's the Drow priestess, which is being held nearby,
Mhm.
and you know that Drow normally have their own array of god. Lovitar is generally a human deity.
Okay.
So she's straying from that aspect of Drow society quite a bit. As an elf, you know enough about Lolth, the Drow Spider Queen, to know that she does not allow people to deviate from her chosen path. For a chaotic demon lord, she's really got a rigid set of rules. So she's available there if you wanted to have a conversation or slide off and question her on your own.
Is she like away from the other group, or she's like?
Yeah, she's under guard nearby in the barrack.
All right, so I'll step up to her, even though we don't get along.
Give me a quick stealth check, real quick. I just want to see if you sneak past the guards to talk to her, or if
Okay.
you.
Oh! I got an error.
Yeah, they're popping up randomly.
Okay.
The site seems okay, but every once in a while it'll happen.
Yeah,
What do I have in
stealth
stealth?
is a +8.
All right. Well, that's a crit.
Okay. So you walk right past them in your best impersonation of invisible, as you know, and find yourself standing directly in front of her cell. Her hands are bound in a really complicated array of knots that prevent her from casting most spells. And she just looks up at you, and you can see that she finds your presence kind of insulting.
Ouch.
What are you doing?
I'm on the other side of this cage, so what are you doing?
Waiting for my sons to arrive.
I don't think they're gonna follow us out of that cave, so I think we're okay for now.
hope leads to the downfall of all.
So what's up with this god that you worship? Oh my god. Yes.
Pain is the only truth in existence. Lovitar is truth.
Avatar is truth. All right, so I just want to know what pushed you over the edge a little bit.
Pushed me over the edge.
Yeah, you're like you're worshiping this human deity. That shouldn't be like your kind.
Um, Lovitar. I think I'll wait till this guy's done.
Sorry.
Okay. We good?
Yeah, we're just debating like laundry.
Okay. So yeah, Lovitar brings truth. She brings strength.
Okay. Truth.
Drow
strength.
society is full of lies and deceit. There is
Right.
no
Perfect.
path forward that way.
Okay. So if you're seeking the truth for what? Like your own acknowledgement? Don't you live in lies? I'm confused.
I left Menzoberranzan years. Was carving out a realm of my own. And some great dark creature has been stalking the Underdark recently. So I've reestablished my center of power. Within months, I'll hold dominion over all of these.
How can you be so sure?
I know.
Can I like check her like mental state right now?
Let's go with an insight check on that.
Okay.
Your
17.
insight. Okay, 17. She's not lying. She absolutely believes that, but you don't quite get that off your rocker insanity. She's just got faith in a dark, twisted goddess. And with faith like that, for her to decide to pick up and move, that threat had to be a real.
Okay. Are you gonna tell me what this threat was or no?
I haven't even seen it. It
Oh.
moves in shadows and darkness.
Perfect. My
As
lair.
if it was born to the darkness. But not Bane. He's a different. Thank you, Oliver. I'm glad somebody got that.
That's for the other campaign, I believe.
Whatever this beast is, I know it is large, is powerful, and it has killed 3 of my sons. Maybe you should go play with it and see how you fare.
Nah. I think I'm gonna pass on that. Why don't we throw you at it? It wants you.
Oh, it has no interest in me whatsoever. I was just in its way.
No.
I stepped aside and it lost interest.
So what do you think it wants?
It wants something underwater. Now, you might recall that something large and dark has recently escaped into Undermountain from Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
If you recall many sessions ago when we had the eclipse ceremony at the Spires of the Sun, Umbraxicar, that shadow dragon, slipped from the Shadowfell and escaped underwater deep. If you like, give me an intelligence check on just see how much of this story you can remember.
Okay.
No matter how far we go, we always end up back in the water deep.
Always some.
What do you have on?
I have a 15.
Okay. Timeline seems about right.
Okay.
You're pretty sure that shadow dragon is what chased her away.
All right. Do I know what the guard plans to do with her now or not?
The guard's instructions are to hold her. There hasn't been any real decision on what to do with her.
Okay.
Inside that cell right now, she appears to be mostly neutralized.
Okay. So I'm going to take this information that I have and just kind of sneak back to the group.
Hey, give me another stealth check.
Okay. 18.
Okay, yeah. And you actually have to try this time because you're
Yeah, I got to try a
sneaking
little
past
bit.
the guards in the direction they're watching. But you glide past them. End up back with the group. Now, when you arrive back there, DeGault is he's asking questions about this Drow priestess. You know, what have you done with her and what do you intend to do? She seems to be the catalyst for all of these problems.
Mhm.
Has she factored into your plan yet, or is she just another loose detail that you've left hanging?
Well, I mean, we brought her the town because we did not want to make any decisions that would affect them without consulting with them. My suggestion was that if they could not limit the areas of attack of whatever these creatures coming from the Underdark are, the only thing we know is that they're coming for her. So we can use that to our advantage. I guess the other option is just kill her and hope everyone else forgets about it, but I feel like that might just cause whatever's coming for her to try to exact some sort of revenge that we won't be able to direct if she's not alive.
DeGault takes that in and is like, I've dealt with my fair share of rogue drow. They're always trouble. Their schemes and intrigues layer so deep that I no longer expend effort trying to ponder what their goals are. But they will leave chaos wherever they go. To be done with her quickly is probably the best.
Like killer?
Yes, if you would like to be blunt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's certainly an option. The crimes she has committed are clearly within the realm of punishment with death.
I mean, is there any use of keeping her alive, or because at this point, yeah,
well,
just fucking kill her.
my concern
Forget
is
shit.
that whatever she has already set in motion is coming for the town one way or another.
Might as well get rid of her.
If we know it's coming for her, we know where it's going. If she's
Yeah.
dead, it just goes, and who knows what they're gonna do.
Yeah, but if
That's my concern.
If we don't kill her,
I
think
mean,
about
nobody
this.
says we're not gonna kill her.
She's gonna escapee and cause more problems. That's what I feel.
I'm not directly opposed to an official execution if that's what the town wants to do. I'm just saying that
Official
Do you guys need me to do it? Like,
Maester Johann speaks up. We could have a jury and trial as soon as the sun rises.
Oh, that's probably not a good idea.
What isn't? What don't you like about that? Waiting that long or having a trial?
Waiting that long.
Yeah.
existing.
I think we can assume what time of day is it right now?
Early
Is it-
evening.
Okay, yeah, because it was day when we left the mine, which is why the thing wouldn't follow
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, the sun will be setting within the hour.
Right. Yeah. So I think time is a factor here. Given their propensity for darkness, and the
Yeah.
fact that the daylight was the only thing that stopped that thing from rushing us in the first place, I would expect something to happen tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, a peaceful night's sleep. Good night, everyone.
Well, if we do not have a time for a trial, should we negotiate?
Oh, what do you mean? Negotiate how?
Drow are always ambitious. They always want something. They'll never tell you exactly what it is, but
Wow, that's difficult. Just fucking kill her.
Oh my god.
I just don't see anything.
Or, like,
I told you. What can you do with them?
Wow.
The problem is whatever she asks for, I don't see how giving it to her would be of any benefit to the town or the townsfolk nearby.
then I guess we will need to defend in the night against these Dragoloths without knowing exactly where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you put it like that, though.
It doesn't sound like much of a plan, but it is the best you've offered.
I mean, I'm not going to pretend to be a strategist. I worked in an inn. I don't actually know how long it's been in the campaign. I worked in an inn a year-ish ago. I don't know.
It's time is nebulous.
Some time ago.
Yeah.
Wibbly wobbly.
Yeah. I mean, Droomstick is the closest thing to a career soldier we have here.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, if you all agree that having her alive is too much of a liability, then so be it. I just
I mean, it's not that it's just a liability. It's tying up a loose end that we don't have to worry about dealing with later.
Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
At this time, do they know that I snuck out to see
No
her,
one
or-
noticed. No one
one
noticed you
noticed?
sneak out.
Oh, okay.
You can use that information in any way you want.
I'd like to share it with the group, but
Sure.
without.
Take the stage.
So, I don't know if this will change your guys' mind at all, but I snuck in to see the said prisoner,
Unsurprising.
Huh, okay.
and she
The
was
guard captain looks annoyed. The Galt,
my
not
bad.
much less.
My bad. You didn't know. She's fine. She's still there.
I would hope so.
I don't know. Could
Well,
have
what did you
alternate
learn?
motives. I learned that she is running away from something else that seems bigger, that's not coming for her anymore, but it might come for like everything.
Cool.
Oh,
Then maybe we
dear.
should murder her because that will instill fear in her heart.
You didn't find out what it was.
No, she just said it was big and it was underwater deep.
Oh.
It's
Oh
underwater
my
deep.
god.
Time to go home. Bye.
Bye. Blaze literally just tosses her hands up and turns away and like puts her head against a wall.
It looks like we're doing
That
the.
fucking dragon.
That's your
Yeah.
fault. So.
Did you just what?
How's it my fault?
Who
Yeah.
actually dealt with the dragon? None of y'all were on the fucking ground, at least. Like, goddamn,
Yeah,
this
but you
bitch was
summoned
in
it.
the air with the dragon. What? No.
I was in a void, so that's fine.
How did a dragon get into Waterdeep?
Giant darkness portal. During the eclipse. It was fucking mint.
Here I am.
I still say you
Checking a
summoned
note.
it.
Yeah,
Says
Please
the
don't.
one who came back with the thing that's on your shoulder.
It's actually on my
Um,
left ass cheek. So.
Can you
No,
guys
it's not.
please not embarrass me in front of Lord Digglederp?
Shut up.
Please.
Did you just say Lord Digglederp? What?
Diggle,
Diggle, that's his name.
Oh,
diggle.
DeGalt.
Diggle, close enough.
Diggled.
I can literally imagine Warren saying that and laughing under his breath because
Lord
he knows
Diggle.
it's wrong.
DeGalt speaks in on here. Like the city of Waterdeep has a impenetrable ward around it that prevents dragons from entering.
Yeah, apparently that didn't work.
Yeah.
That didn't work.
Once again, it was during the eclipse with the the Temple of Lathander. Lathander, am I?
Mhm.
Okay. Temple of Lathander. It was great. The eclipse, and then a portal, and then the dragon. It winked at me.
Yeah, either it found a loophole, or I guess maybe it's not actually a dragon.
Has Aranax left Waterdeep with the staff of dragon?
Oh.
That's the key to the ward. Without his permission, no other dragon should be able to enter the city in any way.
No other dragon. Oh wait, there's already a dragon there that wasn't already
Well,
there.
Right. You weren't there for that.
I
This
was
dragon
dead.
doesn't obey rules.
Aranax was the gold dragon who was guarding the dragon horde underneath Waterdeep. He was the one who was guarding DeGalt's money.
Yeah, we haven't actually met him since we found him in the old temple. Have we heard anything mentioned in the news about him at all, either way?
You have not. He keeps an extremely low profile. Beyond the group of you, Laryl, Silverhand, the Open Lord, and maybe a handful of others, most people aren't even aware of his existence. He's a gold dragon, so he's a shining beacon of goodness and law. But a dragon of any type would make a lot of people nervous.
Right.
I have
Yeah.
a question.
Mhm.
I have a question that I don't know if my character would actually know the answer to, but I'm
Okay.
still going to ask it anyways. Is Undermountain considered part of Waterdeep? Would it be covered underneath that protection spell?
Maybe not all of it. The upper levels probably.
Okay.
The lower levels maybe not.
Okay. Because I remember it was a dragon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I had to ask, because I was like, wait.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Hmm.
the way that ward works is whoever holds the staff of dragons can allow a specific dragon in. And you have heard rumors that there is a bronze dragon living in the harbor just outside of the ward. I don't remember if you met him or not.
I don't think so.
I don't recall
Yeah.
anything about
I
that.
think it was my other group I ran Dragon Eyes for that met him.
Okay, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure because I remembered that and I was like, wait.
Well, okay. This all aside, can we leverage this information in some way? I guess the question is, if she's running from this thing,
Mhm.
would she see us as a common ally against it? Does she know it's in Waterdeep? And could we trust her regardless?
I don't think she wants anything to do with us.
The Galt adds, I don't think she can be trusted. But I've had more than one associate I did not trust and was able to come out ahead of the game.
Fair enough.
Maybe we should talk to her about it.
I mean, there's no harm in at least hearing what she has to say. Even a lie can be useful.
Oh, she was 100% telling the truth from what I could tell before.
Perhaps to a point.
Captain de Galt, bring the prisoner here so we can interrogate.
Nah, should leave her in the cage.
Just bring the entire cage.
A few minutes later, a group of 10 guards is escorting this drow priestess, and she's had pretty much everything except her clothes removed from her person. You know, her clothes and her array of open wounds that she's scarred herself with. She looks like a true monster, but she doesn't struggle against her captors at all. She's just like kind of walking and keeps her head held high, even in the last bits of sunlight, which are almost certainly causing her great pain. But she's not showing any of that as she walks like she's a queen on the way to her coronation.
Mm-hmm.
And then she stands there silently, just kind of watching and looking over all of you like she's sizing you up.
Well, you're looking rather cheery considering the circumstances.
I have no reason to fear what.
Why do you believe that?
Because my sons will be here. And she looks over towards the
Did you
horizon.
give birth to them?
My guess would be within the half hour. Yes,
Well,
I did.
Did they,
Okay, we don't even know about that. That's a tale better left for another time. You seem very sure of yourself. You should be aware that there have been many votes cast for simply executing you right now on the spot so that there can be no further trouble. How do you feel about that?
Death will not stop.
Oh my god, this bitch.
I've got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you so afraid of the dragon?
He makes it difficult to achieve my plan.
Which is
Variable I cannot account for completely.
fair. He's kind of scary.
I
Staring
don't
into
know.
his face is really scary.
I don't know
Just
which
saying.
fools left him loose, but
We did not do
they
that.
have a lot to answer for.
Well, we didn't let him loose. He kind of just came. And would you like to try and fight and stop
Please.
him? Just saying. Like, there's a lot of things that happened that day. Like flying one for me. No, I'm firmly like paws on the ground kind of gal. Like,
Firmly
What was
grasp.
worse, flying or being in the astral plane?
not answering that question because there is no good answer. Spiders is worse.
That actually gets me your belly laugh.
Oh, you don't even. I almost got killed by a jade spider recently, so like,
Yeah,
not
spiders.
thrilled about spiders.
Yeah,
There
it
was
was
that
and a
one
ghost.
drow spider thing that I just completely incinerated.
And a ghost.
In Undermountain, yeah, I can't remember
Yeah.
his name either, but
I don't either, but I just know I completely fucking eviscerated and
Mhm.
just.
yeah, that was a big alpha strike. You hit like with the guiding bolt followed up by the hellish rebuke. It was
It was an obscene amount of damage.
Right.
So yeah, no, I don't do spiders. I don't do spiders. I don't do flying.
Then
Flying
you
spiders
should
is a
stay
terrifying
out of the Underdark.
Yeah, I don't plan on going there if I do not have to. Like, I will. And I'm probably going to have to because I gotta follow these morons around.
Hey.
Yeah.
You can't say
well,
anything, Drumstick.
Okay.
At least I will accept Warren's protest to that statement, but you, I'm sorry.
Wow. Don't at me, bro. Like, I guess that's a fair
You've been
statement.
added.
Wow, fair. Okay, I can't argue with that.
In any case, I think we can all agree that we do not belong in the Underdark. But you probably do, and all of your sons.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were actually talking to me at first.
No.
Please don't put me down there.
I'm sure that you have your ideas of how this is going to turn out, but I feel like it's going to be best for both sides if we stay on our side of the surface.
Elaborate. This is the priest speaking.
The people don't want to deal with you and all of your sons.
You really don't want us fucking shit up in the Underdark. Because that's exactly what's gonna happen if we go down there, because we do that everywhere we go, man.
We fuck
You go nods.
Yeah.
These guys, they fuck up plans.
There has to be. You're clearly a confident and devoted and ambitious person. You can do better than skinning a bunch of lazy miners up here where the sun
Skin
shines.
nobles next?
She can go back down and skin whatever there is to skin down in the Underdark.
Oh my god, peel rocks. Peel the skin.
If you're afraid of this shadowy creature, you should know that we've met it face to face, so to speak. And we know generally whereabouts it is.
Pretty sure I'm the only one of us who's been face to face with it.
I saw its face from below. Good enough.
Did it attack and or wink at you?
No, but I did pursue it through the city.
Wink really resonated.
Yeah? Can you literally imagine this giant ass shadow dragon going to attack you, but it goes, oh no, I'm just gonna wink at you. Like, fully prepared to die, but nah, wink.
Wink.
If you seek a different resolution, I would accept tribute in addition to my freedom.
Tribute? What is this?
Please
This isn't
elaborate.
Hunger Games.
Yeah.
You
High
will have to
volunteers
elaborate.
tribute.
I apologize. I am just a dirty surface dweller, and I honestly have no idea what is of value to a drow from the Underdark.
You have killed one of my sons.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
fucking-
And I cannot allow that to go unpunished. But if I were set free immediately, I may be convinced to not seek revenge. If you can provide something that would assist me in evading this dragon.
Just don't go to Waterdeep.
Fair? I mean, do any of us know if we'd have anything to be able to give her for that would aid her in that?
She looks directly at Blaze.
Hi.
The amulet around your neck would be a very good. You know which amulet I'm talking about?
Yes. Mm.
That would go a long way to keeping me safe. Go even further to keep me away from this pathetic.
What amulet are we talking about here? Because I have no idea.
Blaze has an amulet of proof against detection and location.
I don't think Warren knows that though specifically.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not
would.
sure if you do.
Wait, no, I'm pretty sure everybody was there when I took it.
Well, I remember you taking a magic amulet off of my mummy.
Oh, okay.
But
Maybe we could
I
just
would
put her in her
assume that
house.
Blaze is kind of bad about keeping secrets like that.
okay.
Yeah, very bad. at
Especially
keeping
from
secrets.
Warren, who's adept at ferreting out secrets.
Mhm.
The only secrets I'm good at keeping is when I try and steal your wallet.
Yeah. Oh
That
shit.
you were supposed to do that. All right, that wasn't a secret.
Who says I haven't pickpocketed you?
I
after
was
that?
making it
You would
easy
never
for
know.
you.
Considering I fucking roll crit every time, you'd never know.
Okay.
True. So
So-
here's the thing, even though that amulet could help you, you could also be a waitress in our cafe because, nothing bad ever happens in our
We're gonna veto that one.
Oh my god, please, maid cafe featuring
Don't worry,
the
the
grumpy
kids would
drow.
keep her under control.
Oh my
I don't
God.
think she could manage to skin those kids before they skin her.
Oh my god, grumpy maid cafe. It's a new theme.
No, we'll send her
I-
to the Brat's place.
Oh my
I
god,
would
I like
never
the brat.
be a servant.
No,
if
we'd
I
be
wished
servant.
to be a servant, I'd still be in Menzoberrange.
Yeah,
No,
but
you'd be
getting
employed.
paid. Yeah, you'd be employed.
Yeah.
There's a
Technically,
difference?
you have an
Yes.
income.
It sounds just like slavery, but with more steps.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
true, but you get to
Oh my god!
you get to
Listen,
retire. So
She
shut
doesn't
up.
want to. She doesn't want to work in the cafe. That's it. We're not sending her to the brat place. I like the brat place.
Do you really like the Brat place, or do you just like harassing the guy who owns it?
No, I like the brat place. The brats are good. They got
I was
onions.
gonna say I'm pretty sure you like harassing the guy who owns it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
After
brats.
Yagra beat the crap out of him on your behalf.
Yes. My girl.
If I give you this amulet, how do I know you're just not going to betray us and have your sons just try and kill us all anyways?
The odds are lower.
The odds are...
In what
It's
fashion?
a guarantee they will try to kill you if you don't.
What percent lower are we talking here?
Like 4.3.
Are we talking like it's a solid 50-50? Or like 75 they kill us and 25 they don't?
I can relocate.
To where?
somewhere where we're unlikely to cross paths, and if I do not see you again, I'll have no reason to seek you out. Quite honestly, you're not that.
Fair.
Okay,
That
well-
hurts, but okay.
But we have your word on that.
Eh,
For what it's worth, yes.
eh.
Okay, I think we've heard the offer. Perhaps we should return her to her cell and discuss this.
She glances at the horizon again. Discuss quickly.
Yeah, well, my
Can I
mind's
make-
made up. I just don't want to talk about it in front of you. Typical.
And you're
Can I make
definitely
a,
going to have to convince the town that this is appropriate.
So yeah, if they are willing to take her back so that we can talk about this.
When she's well out of sight, DeGault adds in, a magical trinket is a low cost.
It is. However, I
Oh,
can't
jinx.
help but note that this same magical trinket that will allow her to evade the notice of the dragon will allow her to evade the notice of everyone else as well, including us and the town.
Mm-hmm.
But once she's gone, though,
I can offer a solution to that. I will station my 20 knights, plus an additional 20 knights that I can provide by the end of the week here for this city's protection.
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because we're needed back at Waterdeep, apparently.
Well, we kind of need to figure your shit out first here, Droomstick.
Oh shit, that's right. Ha
Yeah.
That
ha.
is literally why we came here, is
Oh,
to get a
shit.
ship out of here, you dumbass.
That's
Yeah.
right. Ah. Guys, I'm stupid.
I would never count your plan as a definitive path of action, but the last I heard your plan, it was to go to Baldur's Gate and then Candlekeep.
Yeah,
Yes.
that, yeah,
Yes. Okay, fair. Huh.
dumbass.
Sorry.
Okay. Well,
I just miss my house.
Blaze, the amulet is yours. You're the one who will need to make the decision on that. I am not for this plan.
I
What
am
did you do?
solid for this plan, so I'm totally up for it. But like he said, it's up to your decision.
I realize. Well, let me say my piece in against it. Then, as I said, the necklace doesn't only protect her from the dragon; it protects her from everyone else. She said she would relocate somewhere that we're unlikely to cross paths again, which does not mean that she will be returning to the Underdark. And if she goes off to some other town on the eastern side of the continent or whatever, we'll still be responsible for those deaths that she causes.
Can I make a check for how truthful I think she was being?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
I mean, here's my piece too. We're not superheroes, and we're not protectors of the realm. So we can only do.
Kevin's face.
My God.
I rolled an 18, by the way.
Okay. We'll get back to you in a second. Go ahead, Drumstick.
And I honestly feel like this is the best option that we have, especially with our time running so low. We are not equipped to take on a horde of spider creatures, especially since one of them or two of them basically kicked our ass.
Well,
You've only fought one.
One
Yeah.
has
One.
kicked our ass. I don't feel confident in taking on a horde.
And I
of
know you're going to
spiders.
comment, Oren, about the fact that we have the rest of these nights now, but even still, if we had trouble...
These bitches will
Yeah.
have trouble.
They're gonna have
Okay.
trouble. And I don't really
Haha,
care
I'm
about
gonna go on the ship. Bye.
Blake, your insight check. She may have some concerns about the cost of fighting you guys. She's
Mhm.
confident she can win, but you've already killed one of her sons,
Yeah.
and you're not certain how big of a blow to her power plans the loss of one would be. You do know that she's claimed to have birthed these sons in a somewhat natural fashion, and elves do not breed quickly. so they're not a infinitely renewable resource. And that's not even touching on how complicated that is, because they're not really normal.
Mm-hmm.
Droomstick,
Hi.
you've looked over these knights a little bit.
They're kind of handsome.
In addition to that, they are extremely well equipped and disciplined. So they are a good fighting force.
Yes, their discipline will do them well, and they're going to be much more prepared for this than we could ever be, especially with my needing to run in and create havoc.
Which would make sense that we fight off this problem while we have a stronger force rather than leaving them behind.
No.
If it,
I'm at half my health, and I cannot do any more fighting. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
I believe the priest offered healing beforehand. You guys should be at full hit points. If not,
I'm at full points, and I don't think that's enough for me to get back to my.
All right, so Droomstick does not want to tangle with Dragoloth.
No.
Yeah, Dragoloths again.
Would you consider that a short rest or just an HP?
Oh, short rest, easy.
Okay.
Why is my max? Okay, hold on.
You may have had a spell that increased your max hit points.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there we go.
Yeah, the aid should. How long did that aid last? Because we got that last time. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I figured out.
I think it's an hour.
So.
It's 8 hours.
8 hours.
So
okay.
basically,
So, yeah.
we'll have it for the rest of the night.
I was just really confused. I was like, oh, okay.
Germstick,
Yes.
do you think these men would actually be of good assistance in fighting this?
Droomstick, give me a roll based on whatever stats or skills you have that you think would apply to judging them as a fighting force.
I would have to say.
Strength check.
Well, I was gonna do an athletics check or something like that, but I think something to judge there. It's funny because the only thing I have a +8 in is athletics. Everything else is like +3 or 4.
I mean, you could check out their athleticism. That
I mean, that
weird.
could.
I'm gonna go with perception.
Perception. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So perception. I have. What is that? That's an 11 plus 3, so that's about a 14.
You've seen military forces like them before, and you know exactly. You get a good sense of how well they would operate. By doubling their number with another 20, you're pretty sure that they are significantly stronger than the local city guard, the local militia.
These guys on their own would be fine. My only concern is that adding us, because the only one who's trained militarily is me. And having that kind of soldier background, I know that if you put random people who aren't necessarily in line. Sorry, guys, I'm calling you guys out on that.
No,
kind of makes
that's
fighting
fine.
a little bit harder.
Do we know how many more sons she has?
Oh God,
At least 2.
Yeah, I don't expect that she will be forthcoming with a real answer on.
She has always mentioned son. That has been consistent.
Yeah.
Even after knowing one of them is dead.
Listen, we send her off, she's going to kill more people. Just because we aren't going to meet those people doesn't mean that she's not going to kill them.
Yeah, and people get murdered all the time, but that's not on us, you know?
We can stop this right here. We have the best opportunity that anyone is probably going to. We have her captured.
I know.
We have a large armed force.
But I'm cursed. So what takes priority?
Your curse has nothing to do with this right now, though.
Go holds up a hand.
It does.
Ultimately, this choice belongs to the city of Leilon, not you.
Yeah.
I agree. That's why we turned her into them.
So, what I believe would be appropriate is state your case to the city and allow them to vote on it.
I'll take the opposing faction.
We don't got
Now-
time for that.
I believe that my knights can properly defend this city, and that it would further strengthen the bonds between Neverwinter and Leylon. And I will do this without hesitation or regret. And should Blaze choose not to give up her trinket, we'll sort something else out that hopefully will be amenable to this priest. Should the city of Leylon agree to go that way, they wish to fight. I will
They're gonna wish
stand
to
with
kill
them.
her. They're gonna want to have her executed for everything she's done.
And you can see like there's a judging the crowd. He's getting a bunch of nods in agreement. He's getting some people that are steadfast against. He has not made a clear case to the city one way or the other. Do you guys have the option to push that? So state your case, and then they can vote quickly.
Okay. Here's my case. This drow has killed several of the people of this town. And I'm just going to point at random people in the audience. You could have been one of those killed. I'm going to point at someone else. Could have been your son, or your brother, or your father. When we took her out and asked her to answer for what she had done in front of everyone, she implied that we were the ones that owed her for killing her son. I believe that goes the other way. And if we were to make a deal with her now and set her free, yes, the people that she kills will not have anything to do with anyone else in the town. That's fine. I'm not going to ask anyone to care about the lives of someone 2,000 miles away. But if you allow her to go not only without avenging the deaths she's caused, but by placating her, you're only inviting more trouble in the future. Maybe not from her, maybe from someone else. If we put up a strong defense now, when we have the biggest advantage that we are going to get, we can show not only her, but the next person to come along. This is not a town to be messed with.
Persuasion check.
Okay.
Nat 1.
18.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
I took expertise in this. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. The rest of you, would you like to state your case?
Yes. I would like to stand up and basically say, even with this knowledge, this isn't going to be coming back on this town, because whatever crime she commits is pretty much free of your hands. Whatever she decides to do with her life, whatever drow do, murders happen every day. Problems, things like this happen every day. You're just looking out for your people. And if anything, the loss of life is not needed here, if possible. So why should we have to focus on this here today, when it could be dealt with later on down the road by not you? Think about it that way.
The logic of punting.
Yeah.
I can't believe this session has turned into a debate team between Warren and Droomstick.
I know, shit. What are we, high school? Like, damn.
Give me. Do you have anything else to add to that?
Warren is noble in his efforts, but I believe that this is the right and just way, and as a soldier with experience, I don't think that having these trained soldiers fighting alongside us would benefit the city in
Okay.
any way, shape, or form.
Persuasion check.
Oh, persuasion. Wait, where's my persuasion? So that's a 10.
Okay.
Oh,
Fuck!
God.
Fuck!
You do get a lot of people that nod on that because whatever battle would happen here tonight, not everybody's making it home. Blaze, Lestara, would either of you like to chime in?
Blaze, it's your trinket.
You should be like, it's my trinket, and then persuasion nat 20.
Muted.
Hi. So the problem that I'm having is that I can see both sides very easily. Part of me wants to let her go just so everybody in this town will be safe and nobody will die here tonight. But with that brings that wherever she might go, people there might probably, depending on how many people are there, will die. And I don't know that I'm okay with that. But at the same time, giving her this trinket seems like a poor choice. Because if we are going to be the ones to end up dealing with this shadow dragon, and she wants this to evade the shadow dragon, it very well might assist us in our what we are going to end up doing to get rid of this shadow dragon. So I don't know.
Okay.
I'm like solid, like I do almost lean slightly towards Warren in just taking care of this here and now tonight.
Okay. I want you to make your persuasion check with disadvantage. Because your entire argument was based on what was best for the group.
I mean, I'm not trying to persuade anybody.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just stating what my opinion is.
Okay.
I'm not
So-
trying to persuade anybody.
Okay, so you're not trying to change anyone's opinion here in the city.
No, I'm just stating the fact that I am more neutral. And ultimately, what the people of this town do decide is what I will lean towards. But as has been said, it is my trinket. So
Okay.
It's also very shiny.
Actually, it is not shiny.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right. It was
I
matte.
love the
Oh,
dullness.
man.
yeah.
Forgot about that. Dang it.
But
Yeah,
knowing
is-
that it could be used, the fact that she wants it to ultimately hide herself from this shadow dragon makes me want to
Right.
hang on to it so we can ultimately
Also hide from the Shadow Dragon.
yes, hide from him to kill him.
Okay. So you're not going to take part in the debate.
No.
Stara, do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
Not at all.
I'm
So
gonna go
Broomstick
hide
and
in the
DeGault
shadows.
are arguing for appeasement. Warren is the sole voice, the sole extremely persuasive voice to defend. The three town elders have a discussion. They call in like a circle of people and they discuss them. And they come up to you, standing side by side. We've decided that paying the tribute is what's best for Layla. Are you willing to give up your amulet?
I love these people.
You truly think that's what's best for your town?
We've lost enough. With DeGault's offered assistance, we should be safe in the future from her. what's in our best interest is to get the mine open and operating again as quickly as possible. We appreciate all of your assistance. And the only thing we can provide in exchange for your item is passage on a ship going to where you intended.
Now,
If
she
you
only
I mean, we could
Go ahead.
always get another item.
she only expressed interest in getting that one other item, right?
That's the only one she's mentioned, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if that's what the city believes is best for them.
I'll get you another one.
Okay. So you're gonna give up your amulet?
Yeah.
Okay. Mark inspiration on your character sheet for giving up an item to further goals.
I'll buy you
I'm just
another.
so like,
I'm pretty sure you could say no if you wanted to.
No, just ask the priest.
honestly, I feel like Blaze is in a position where she feels like she can't say no. As bad as she feels that this drow might go settle at another city and kill more people, these people are set and that this is what they want, and she wants to help them right now. With that knowledge in the back of her mind that she might be dooming somewhere else. And she hates that.
You have to make
But
compromise.
this is this moment now.
Okay.
Compromise.
And that conflict is exactly why you've got inspiration. So from there, things move pretty quickly. The priest takes your amulet to the drow priestess, hands it over. They have a brief conversation, and she is ushered out of town quickly. Half of the knights take her directly to the mine. And that's the last you're going to see of her for the immediate future. From here, you can have a long rest tonight, and a ship south to Baldur's Gate will be setting sail on the next tide in the morning.
Excellent. I like
Okay.
the sound of that.
Now the ship is running half empty, but in exchange for your courtesy, they're accepting that, and the ship's going to go directly to Baldur's Gate to deliver you. You're going to be on that ship for a couple of days, traveling
boy.
quite a bit.
I've never been. Oh God, I've never been on a ship before. Or no, I have been, but not for that long. Oh boy.
I'm
Oh,
assuming
great.
I've been on a ship for a little while at
You
some
have.
point. Yeah.
Your original journey to Chult, you were probably on that ship for a good 2 months.
Not a fan. Still prefer normal ground, but this is better than flying.
Okay.
Okay.
I've gotten used to it at this point. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I have my moments, but like, I'm okay.
All right.
This isn't the worst
So-
thing ever.
So let's take a minute and talk about ship life.
Oh my God.
Blaze
yes.
is nervous and twitchy because this is a rolling ship, and I don't know how if you can look green under fur, but she probably does.
Little bit. At least the first day after that, I kind of settle back into, okay, yes, I've done this before.
Okay.
This isn't great, but I'm gonna survive.
Lestora, this when you look out over the sea and see absolutely nothing to hide behind for miles in every direction, that's unique experience for you.
Hmm.
What about Warren? Warren, what do you think about the being on a ship here? What you've got is it's a double-masted ship. designed for carrying cargo. So it's not exactly fast or luxurious, but it is well constructed and captained well.
Well, first little bit of the trip, I'll probably mope a little bit about the fact that we had to let the priestess go. But what's done is done. It's probably my first time on a ship, but it's probably kind of fun.
This is the farthest you've ever been from Waterdeep.
Yeah.
You're going to be passing by Waterdeep sometime in the next day or two.
I'm probably gonna be at the sides of the ship, just looking out, interested the whole time.
It's not. It's a decent ship, but it's not as good as the dwarven crafted stuff, right?
Dwarven ships are more like submarines with like treads on the bottom that travel along the sea floor.
Oh hell yeah!
And yeah, they're just like underwater sea tanks.
Yes! Oh my god! I love that.
That is absolutely not canon. I've just decided that's the way they are.
Okay. Sea life. This is wonderful.
So, while you're at sea, you usually don't. Usually just like find some place and kind of drop sail at night, because there's a lot of reefs and other hazards that you just couldn't avoid properly at night. So on that second night at sea, Warren, you're up on the deck of the ship, and it's quiet. You can hear some seabirds, the waves, the wind, and not much. But you do see a light on the horizon. It's like a soft white light. You can see it like reflecting off of the waves as it's coming closer slowly. And as it gets closer, you recognize that it's a silver horse shaped. It's got a magic creation horse. That was horribly worded, but we're going to go forward with that.
Creation horse?
The horse does creation.
Magically created floating flying horse thing.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And on the back of this horse is a woman you recognize, Laryl Silverhand, Open Lord of Waterdeep.
Oh.
You look up to the scout in the at the top of the mast who's looking at things. He doesn't pay it. He doesn't seem to acknowledge his existence.
Wizards.
But she flies right up to the deck and lands beside you. And
I'm just gonna
Oh.
blink. Well, fancy meeting you here.
yeah, you're the only one on the deck at the moment. I heard about what happened in Leyland. I appreciate the efforts you made through to solve the problem in a lasting fashion.
It was their decision, so what can you do?
Sometimes the people choose to act in a way that you would not want them to. It's a burden of leadership that doesn't often get discussed.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. As disappointed as I am with the resolution, I can't really blame them. I mean, it's up to every group of people whether or not they're going to put their lives down for someone else, and it's not fair to expect everyone to want to do that.
Lord Neverember puts you in a difficult position.
Well, yeah, but he was kind of annoyed with us, I think, to begin with, so.
Annoyed doesn't begin to describe it. The fact that he did not act out against you directly is curious. I'm relatively sure that he was more concerned with leaving a garrison in Leyland than he was any other aspect of that. since his removal from Waterdeep, he's been trying to expand his influence out of Neverwinter, and this has done exactly that. But again, I don't think you could have that could have ended up any other way.
I
But
mean,
go ahead.
yeah, no, I don't. I told him as much, and I was honest. I have nothing personally against the man. It was the first time I've met him. And I guess I'm not really the big picture guy. I'm sure there are certain political powers that would be unhappy about him moving into the town, but the town did need help. I think one way or another. So I don't know. I can't blame him for that, I guess.
I'm not displeased in any way. I think that a well-defended leyland helps Waterdeep as much as anyone else. But mostly, I've come here to congratulate you on maneuvering through that. It was a difficult position. I don't think there was a perfect path to a perfect resolution. But you did very well with what you.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment. It does mean something coming from you.
I have kept tabs on you and your group's exploits since we last spoke. And you are all consistent in doing what's best for Waterdeep.
Trying my best, at least.
When your business in Candlekeep finished, come see me. We can have another discussion. I think that Waterdeep is enhanced by your presence.
We will take you up on that offer.
Stay the course, Warren Woodbrook. You are a good man.
Thank you. Looking forward to my return to the city of Waterdeep.
With that, she gives a regal bow. If you know her history, she was a queen long before she was anything else. And then she gets back on her enchanted horse and flies back to the city.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't seasick when she got here. Would have been embarrassing.
Would have been funny.
So I think we've reached a good place to stop for the night, unless anyone has any other boat shenanigans they want to discuss immediately.
No, I'm just
Does
gonna
Drumstick get seasick?
No, I'm gonna be enjoying. Like, it's gonna almost be like, wow, the breeze through my hair. Because I've been on boats before, but I've just never been on a boat going across the ocean. And this is actually quite amazing. But yes, I am fending off seasickness.
I am imagining a scene where Drumstick goes directly to the prow of the boat and leans out as far as he can and just says, "I'm sailing!"
Blaze is just like creeping up behind him to push him off, and then Warren probably yells.
Yeah. Grab my hand.
So, yeah, that's an excellent place to start to finish up tonight.
Start. Hey guys, welcome back to our stream.
I wasn't sure if we were going to have a combat on that one or not tonight. I wasn't sure how those negotiations were going to work out.
Yeah. The debate team was very fun. I didn't know it was going to go that way, but it was fun.
I will say my piece after the stream ends.
I think that in exchange for having a combatless night after our long break away from things, level 9 is an appropriate reward for putting up with all of that.
Yay!
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 So, with that, We'll be back. Friday night's our next stream. That's when Derek's running his game. We've got our both. We should have a full array of games next week. So we should have our Friday game, our Sunday game, our Monday game. Sunday I run Curse of the Azure Bonds. Nick and Jess are a part of that game, as well as Lauren and Derek and Rozzy. Then everything else works out. So between now and then, if you want to track me down, Evil Sales Ass on Twitter is the best place to do so. Sky, let's put the spotlight on you first.
Sweet. Okay. Hey, I'm Sky. You could track me down at Fizzle Whistle on Twitter. Don't really have much going on right now, but that's the best place to reach me. With that, I'm gonna pass it off to Nick.
Hello, everyone. Just want to reiterate, Kevin, will you actually be here?
Yeah. I'll talk more about that once we're offline.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Okay, so I'm. You can find me at BlueAura94YT on Twitter or BlueAura94 on pretty much everything else. Instagram, I just updated with a picture of me sitting in the trunk of my car, which is a hatchback, outside eating lunch because I wanted to get out and enjoy the weather during my workday. So,
On behalf of Rozzy, install TikTok.
no,
Okay,
no, Rozzy, I have it installed. I'm not getting an account. So there's
Nick?
that. What?
You could get famous on
He could become
TikTok.
famous.
Oh shit, you're right. Fuck, you guys are. I hate
Fucking
you
make
all.
a TikTok, you whore!
Mm-hmm.
It's embarrassing, but okay. You know what? I'll move it off to Jess, who, take the spotlight.
Is not having a mental breakdown today at this very moment, unlike last night, so we're doing good. We're doing good right now. And I'm gonna
Rocking
keep
the
doing
PAX
good.
varsity jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, I am not going to be able to show this correctly because I don't want to stand up. But yeah, Pox
Pox.
varsity jacket. I have worn it to work like 3 times. And I've literally have been standing at the register wearing it. And have gotten a few compliments, actually.
Yeah.
My manager was like, "Oh, that's fancy," and I was like, "Right?"
Did you feel like, I feel like a jock? Like, I've never felt.
Honestly, though, like I never did sports, so like this is great.
It's a
Like
power
I
move.
feel great. Like But anyway,
You really need one with the actual leather sleeves, though, to get the full effect.
I feel like that restricts movement, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit.
Anyways, you can find me at Sweet Ninetales on Twitter and Instagram. I am currently screaming, besides being distressed, about cosplay stuff because I am buckling down and trying to work on stuff when I'm not laying on my futon in my basement crying. We're just getting real right here, right now. That's okay. We all need it.
If you look at the news, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Let's not get me started.
Fair.
I took a
started on the
tally
Lysol.
today at work because I was on register of the amount of people who were freaking out over it.
Yeah.
Wash your fucking hands. If you are not immunocompromised, easily get respiratory infections, you're old, or you're literally a baby, you're literally gonna be fine. Even if you do get it, you're gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Just
my
watch
god,
TikTok.
take a month
Gonna
off
be
of work
fine.
and take
Yeah.
a nap.
There's so many people on TikTok who have it. It's
survival
funny.
rate.
People die more of the flu than this thing.
Yep,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, I'm
So-
gonna pass it off to Oliver before I completely just steamroll into the coronavirus because I have a lot to say.
I don't really have much to follow that up with because, as usual, I don't have any Twitter or TikTok or any of those things that the kids are using these days.
Wow.
thanks.
Don't even.
I do not encourage the use of TikTok, so I stand fast there, Nick. But I can be found in the Discord channel for Carpe Nerdus. The link is down below, regardless of where you're seeing this. I assume it's down there. Go look for
It
it.
is.
You'll find it.
Make sure
You
it's
can
a live
find
link.
You can find me. You can find anyone else who does stuff on the stream. And that's it. That's the only place that I am besides here on Mondays, where I will return next week.
Already.
I have not been doing the cons and everything, so I've just been waiting for everyone else to finish up. So it's good to be back.
FanFest in November, though. Yo.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think with that, can we all say it at the same time?
Shut it
Shut it
down.
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 Yes. See you guys later.